Well, Happy New Year! Hello, hello, hello. It is a new year. It is 2021. And look what I have done. I created a Happy New Year banner with the numbers for our new year surrounded by fireworks and confetti and just celebrating the new year. I grabbed my markers for this. I used markers and crayons as well. I think this is a great time to introduce myself. If you're new, my name is Mrs. M, and this is an episode of Make Art with Mrs. M. There's something that I want you to know. Art makes you smart. So let's get busy. This is going to be something cool, fun, and easy to do. I'm going to first start by showing you how I drew this banner. Really quite easy. So I start with a curved line. It's almost like a slight frown at the top of the page. And then right underneath it, I draw one. Same length, almost. Then I make a straight line down to connect them. Now here comes the fun part. This is where you get the banner that goes back behind. I'm going to make a curve and then straight to the edge of the page. So I curved in and then back out and then to the end of the page. So I'm going to curve in towards the middle of the banner and then curve back out and then to the end of the page. The next step is to start right here where the middle is and add a line that comes out to the edge of the page. It's slightly curved downward. And do the same thing over here. Okay. On the ends, I'm going to make the end look like one of those fancy ribbons by make a line that leans in and leans back out. And the very last thing I'm going to do is right here at the edge where it's curved, right here, I'm just going to make a line that comes straight up to touch the bottom of this banner. Do the same thing on the other side. That way it looks like the ribbon, the banner is curved and rolling underneath itself like that. Then I'm going to write in all capital letters, Happy New Year. Now I'm taking my time to do this neatly. Okay, I'm going to look and make sure I have enough space. Let me put a dot right here to make sure I separate my words. And another dot, and then year. And notice that my letters have curved around. Oop, almost didn't make it. They've curved around to match the shape of this banner. All right, the very next thing I'm going to do is add my big numbers for 2021. So I'll start on the left with a big 2. 0. And I leave spaces. I'm going to have to space these out. 2. And I'm going to make my 1 just a little fancy like this. The next thing I'll do is add a line going around. Make these like bubble letters. And I keep my red line the same distance away from the purple line as best as I can. Steady hands, concentrate. I do the inside as well. Another number 2. Carefully go around. Try to keep it the same distance away. Notice that I'm really taking my time with this step. There. Happy New Year 2021. And then what I did with all of these colors is I use my marker and I use the flat edge and I flick the marker upward. Okay, get another right on the side using the wide edge of the marker. From where the fireworks launch. Light blue too. All right. Then up here, I'm going to add fireworks and one underneath fireworks. Okay, so the same principle applies. I'm going toward the center. I have to turn my paper to do this step. There's my fireworks. Oops, I did that one in the wrong direction. It's okay. We're going for the motion of it all. Let's see. I'll do a pink one over here. And I'm just flicking the marker. Takes a little practice to do that. So all I'm doing is pressing down and lifting. Press down and lift as I come to the end of it. Press down and lift. All right. Then I'm going to go back and add a few extras with the first ones that I did in between, just to give it a little bit more flair. I think I'm going to pull out another color. Woo! Right. Wonderful. There are fireworks all over in celebration of the new year in countries around the world. And some feel that 2021 was a well-anticipated year because 2020 was kind of rough for some people. So I'm going to add a few more. Oh, while I'm at it, I'm going to add some confetti. Again, I'm using the side of the marker, and I'm just going to go all around and distribute little pieces of confetti flying through the air just by making tiny marks with my marker, going in different directions. Let's see, blue would be a great color for confetti. I love celebrations where everyone is just screaming and shouting and having a great time together. So I'm going to show you a few tricks about how I made the numbers with two colors. Well, the very first thing that I did was I selected my two colors. So I tried to find a crayon that matched the two colors that I used. And what I did was I started at the top of the number, coloring in with the lighter of the two colors. So I'm using this red violet. Oh, this isn't red violet, it's wild strawberry. Nice. And then when I get past the middle, I just color very lightly and let it fade into the bottom. And then I come in the opposite direction now. I'm going to color from the bottom to the top and blend right here in the middle. So I color from the bottom to the top, and then I'm going to blend right there in the middle. Some call this the ombre technique, where two colors fade into one another. So notice when I got to the middle where the wild strawberry was, I colored lightly to just make it look like the two colors are blending together. You can do that with crayons. Maybe not so easy with marker, but that's why I chose to use crayons with this, because it's a gradual shift, it's a gradual change from the wild strawberry down to royal purple. That's how I did that. And then I'll show you on the banner. Let's see, this says Pacific Blue. I like it. Underneath here, I'm going to color really dark. This is going to be the darkest part of the banner. I'm pressing down really hard with, you could even maybe color that part with the marker. Then when I color the rest, I'm going to color with lighter pressure so it doesn't look as dark as it does for the rest. So notice I'm using lighter pressure, it's not so dark. Good. I'm playing this relaxing music because there are so many construction projects going on in my neighborhood, and I just had needed to drown out all the banging. So that's why the sound is on, and you can probably hear my cell phone zinging. But that sounds better to me than listening to all the banging, the construction, building houses, things like that. I guess that's a good sign for a new year that the neighborhood is growing. So you see how I've done this? I made this part lighter. It's all about the amount of pressure that you put on crayons, because crayons can be very dark or very light according to the pressure. And you can totally see the difference between the part of the banner that's underneath, that's in the shade, it's darker, than the rest that's more so in the light. So happy New Year. I'm excited about 2020. I'm excited about new beginnings, and I'm anticipating what kind of great things might happen this year for me as a teacher, for me as a wife. I'm just excited. Like, new things are great, even if it's like a new pair of shoes or a new puppy. There's always excitement associated with new things. Same thing for a new year. There's excitement in the air. All right, I won't bore you to death as I color the rest of this. I'd love to show you all that. I went in with this one and I colored. I used the same wild strawberry and royal purple here. I added the dark parts there on the banner. Oh, something else that I added here that I didn't show you was just adding some spirals. Just a little curl to look like there's some really cool confetti that has those strings that pop and fly everywhere. Yeah. So I just added a few little spirals to complete the picture. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as I always say, art makes you smart. And it's also very relaxing. I'm enjoying this time. I hope that you'll come back some other time and do a video with me, color with me, and just relax with me. See you next time.